Welcome everyone to this beautiful channel named Geeks for Geek School, and today we are going to develop this beautiful Kaun Banega Crorepati game. Right, so I'm already done with the designing part. So these are the screens we will be using for this game today. This is the first screen that we guys will be using, and then this is the second one. Then we have this third screen where all the options will get visible to the user. Sorry, not this one. This is the one, right? And then we have this question to screen. Okay, so with these screens we will be coding this game. Right now, how can you design these screens? How can you get this kind of images from Google Images, and how you can put them on this mobile simulator screen? That's what I would like to guide you first about. So coming on this google.com, and here you can type KBC mobile app images. Now when you will type this, automatically on this Google Images you will see some of the beautiful images, right? So this is one of the images you can make use of. Okay, and if you will type the full name over here, Kaun Banega, so these are a couple of beautiful images you're going to come across, right? So if you want, you can go ahead and make use of this image. Then we have this image in which all the lifelines are given. So what you can do, you can put them in the paint box, and then you can just cut and make these you can make the separate copies for these lifelines which are visible to you over here in this image. Similarly, if you want to make use of this lifeline, this image, you can do that too, right? If the user opt for any lifeline, right? So automatically, if you want the user to see this kind of window, definitely you can do that, right? Then we have this image where again all the lifelines are visible to us. Okay, and then we have this beautiful image over here, which you can make use of for putting the questions, and here you can put the options, and after that, right on the top, you can put the images of the lifeline, right? And this image you can use as the home page image, or on the home page you can use this image. It's a very beautiful image, right? This is also one of the beautiful image you can make use of. Then there are many images which you can find over here on Google Images. So with the help of this image button, which I have used over here, and which you can easily find in the design window over here, you can import the image which you have downloaded from this internet, and then you can just go ahead and code your app. That's what you have to do. Okay, so I'm done with telling you the designing part. If you have any query related to the designing part, please put the same in the chat box so that I can see it and reply to you. Okay, so we have this first screen over here. Now this is image button 4, right, which I have made use of for putting this image on this screen. So I would like to first define the code for this image 4 button. When the user will hit this image 4 button, I would like him to get redirected on this screen 2. So simply I can put this set screen block over here, right? And let me eliminate these button and components from here, because we don't require input box and any button kind of thing on this screen 2. So now the user is on screen 2. Now before redirecting him on screen 2, when the user will first access the app, I would like him to hear that beautiful popular KBC sound. How can we, from where can we get that KBC sound clip? So I would like to help you guys in that too. So there are many websites, which from where you can download relevant sound clips free of cost. One of the websites is prokerala.com. You can make use of KBC game ringtones. Download prokerala.com. So this is one of the websites you can make use of for downloading songs very easily. And as soon as you will come on this site, here you will get to see this download option. Now, so this is that beautiful and popular KBC sound which you can download on your device, and after that, with the help of that play sound block available in this app lab, you can import it over here. So I am now on screen 2. Let's now define the code for this screen 2. So what we can do, we can again make use of this same code. I'm putting it over here. Now when the user will hit this image 3, so we have an image component over here on which you are able to see this image. When the user will hit this image 3, I would like him to get redirected on this question 1 screen. And there are some components which are visible to us over here. I don't want to see all these kind of components. I am putting them back. Okay, and I don't want this team A, team B and anything like that. So I am just eliminating all the components which are not required. Fine. So when the user will hit that image 3, which is there on screen 2, I would like him to get redirected to this question 1 screen. Now we have to replace this with question 1. Once the user is there on this question 1 screen, I would like this timer to get on. Now how can we make this happen? Before that, there are some components which I have defined on this screen. I would like to tell you about. Now there are 4 different image buttons I have used right on the top over here, in which you are able to see 4 different lifelines. Right. Now how I have designed this screen, now below these lifelines we have this thing, an image button where the lifeline have a cross on it. So as soon as how I will code this lifeline, as soon as the user will hit this 50-50 lifeline, two of these 4 options will go disappear, and besides that this lifeline, blue lifeline, will also go away, and in place of that the user will see this lifeline on which this cross is visible. So that's how I am going to code this lifeline. Similarly, I have 2 different image buttons over here also. Okay, and for these 2 also I have 2 different image buttons. So these are some of the tricks you can make use of if you really want to create a beautiful application. Yes, it takes a lot of time to think and then implement these ideas, but yes, if you have a powerful visualization ability, if you can visualize all these big apps, and you can make a good plan to execute and complete these apps, definitely you will be able to make these kind of apps, right? Okay, so how I have got this timer over here, now that's what I would like to tell you. So here what you can do, you can just type circle rolling GIF animated black background. So these are a couple of images you're going to come across. I have made use of this GIF animated image. So simply I have used an image button on which I have imported this image, right? So this is an image which you're seeing over here in the background, and right on the top of this image I have placed this text box like this. So now it's a kind of timer, it's looking as if it is a timer, right? Okay, so that's what I have. That's how I visualized this app. Okay, now we have this window over here in which I have again placed this input box. It's not an input box, sorry, it's a text area which I have made use of, because the question can be of more than 2 lines also. So that is the reason I made use of the text area. Then we have these images. This is the green box. Then we have these red boxes over here. There are 4 red boxes and 1 green box. Why? Because if suppose only one of these 4 options is right. Okay, so that is the reason. If the user will be able to predict the correct output, automatically this green box will be visible to him in the background of this text, right? In case if he is not right, so these are the boxes which will get visible to him when he will hit on any of the incorrect options, right? So that's how I'm going to code this app. Now initially when the user will come on this screen, on this question 1 screen, I don't want this text where the percentages, when the user will hit this public poll option. So some percentages are going to come over here, based on which he can select his he can make his choice. Now I don't want the user to see these green box and these red boxes, also these text boxes getting reflected on this screen when he will land on this question 1 screen. So for hiding them, I will have to make use of hide element property. I can simply go down over here and we can make use of this hide element. Now the idea of this component is green one, so that's how we can hide it. Copying it, pasting it for some number of times. Right, now the idea of this component is red 2, then red 3, then red 4. So red 2, then we have red 3, and then we have a red 4. Fine, and after that what else do we have? It is option 1, okay, option 2 2, option 3 3. Just a second, I think I am missing something over here. In place of this text, I would like to see 51% getting reflected like this. Okay, and then here we can just change this one to let's say 19%. So 51 and 19, 70. Then we can change this one to 15%. So it becomes 85. And after that we can just change this one to 15 again, right? Okay, now coming back on this coding part, the idea of this component is option 1 1, then this one is option 2 2, 3 3, 4 4. So we can just replace this one with option 1 1, this one we can replace it with option 2 2, option 3 3, option 4 4. Okay, so I'm done with defining the code for all the components which I would like the user not to see when he land on this screen. Fine. Now what? So when the user will come on this screen, I would like this timer to be on. So for doing that, see, this is the code which will redirect the user on this question 1 screen. Now once he is here, let's make use of a counter variable. So I'm initializing this counter variable with value 30, right? And inside this we can put a timed loop. Okay, and if you want to make it more interactive, you can add a sound to this. So I'm already done with downloading the relevant sounds. I'm putting this play sound block over here, and here also I would like to put a play sound block, converting it back into block based coding. So the first sound I would like to select is of the this original KBC sound, and then here we can select this KBC timer sound. So you can get all these sounds from that prokerala.com. Okay, KBC clock sound, and as soon as the user will land on the screen 2, so I would like this sound to stop. Fine, now let me just show you what kind of output we will get when we will run the app. We are able to hear the music, hitting the play sound, play button. Sound is no more audible to us, and we are here, and we are able to hear the ticking sound also, right? Okay, so that's how you can give it a feel. Okay, now here what we can do, after every second I would like the value of this count to get decremented by 1. So we can simply write down count is equal to count minus 1 over here, and then whatever the value of count is at any point of time, I would like that to get reflected over here in this text box. So the idea of this text box is timer. We can just replace this one with timer, and then we can write down count over here, right? So now we will be able to see the value of count inside this text box. Now as soon as the value of count reaches to 0, I would like the timer to stop. How can we do this? How can we achieve this output? So what we can do, we can make use of this if loop. We can simply put an if loop over here, right? And inside this we can mention a condition. If count is equal to 0 at any point of time, the loop should stop. So it will stop the timed loop, right? And besides that, I would like to stop that clock also, this clock sound also. So that's how you can give it a realistic kind of feel. Fine. Okay, so we are done with defining the code for this timer. Let me now run this game and show you the output. So as you can see, as the count value is decreasing, this the value over here is also decreasing, and the time when it will reach to 0, let's see what will happen. So as you can see, this value of count is now 0, and the that ticking sound, the clock ticking sound, is also not audible to us. So that's what you can get as an output from this beautiful code over here. Now let me show you how can you define the code for these options over here. Okay, so let me just select this uneven block, and I'm putting it over here. Now when the user will hit this text 1, if the user will select this text 1, so because it is a right option, so what should happen? I would like where is that show element block? This is the one I was looking for. So I would like the user to see this green one, the green background, and the timer should also stop and the clock ticking should also stop. Right, so these are all the things I would like to do. Okay, and what else can we define the code for? Some code, copying this whole code and putting it over here. If the user will tap on this text 2, then what should happen? So in place of this green one, red one should be visible, red 2 should be visible to the user. This clock should stop and this sound should stop, right? Okay, and then we can do the same thing for text 3 also. So we just have to replace this with text 3 and this one with red 3. Same thing we can do for text 4 also, right? Okay, so we are done with defining the code for all these options over here. Now the only thing which we are left with is coding. We are left with is we haven't defined anything for these lifelines yet. So let's define the code for this first lifeline, the ID of which is image 6. So we can just make use of this uneven block. I'm putting it over here and replacing it with image 6. Now when the user will hit this image 6 button, what should happen? The first thing that I would like to do is I would like this image 6 to go disappear. Right, now what will happen when you run the game? So that's what you will get to see as an output. So we are here on this screen. If suppose the user hits this second option, fine, the timer is no more running. It has stopped. Okay, so this is the correct option and we are able to see this green box over here. Now suppose the user will select this 50-50 lifeline, so it will go disappear. And what else should happen? That's what we need to code for now. Now I would like when the user will hit this image 6 button, which is present right on the top over here, what we can do, it's a 50-50 option, right? So image 6 should go disappear and 2 of these incorrect options also should go disappear. That's how we can code this lifeline, I think. So the ID of this one is text 2 and this one is text 3. Text 2 and the ID of this one is text 3, right? And besides that, if the user before choosing this 50-50 lifeline, if he has opted for this public poll, so this will be visible to him. Now I don't want when he's selecting this lifeline, this public poll result should be visible to the user. So how can we make it go disappear? We can just copy this entire code from here and we can place it inside this uneven block, right? So that's how you can give it a realistic feel. Fine, so we are done with defining the code for this 50-50 lifeline. Now let's copy this entire thing and I am putting it over here, replacing it with the image button. What is the name of this? What is the ID of this button? It is image 7. So when the user will hit this image 7, what should happen? So image 7 should go disappear and all these elements should be visible to the user who is playing the game. So I'm eliminating these things and in place of this hide element, let's use show element, replacing all the hide elements with show elements quickly. Okay, so done with defining the code for this public poll lifeline. Let's copy this entire thing and place it over here. So now we have to define the code for this image 9 button. Let's replace it with image 9, and here also I have to replace it with image 9. Now when the user will hit this image, I would like the question as well as the options to get changed. So what we can do, we can make use of this set text property, and we can simply write down some other question with which we would like this question which is originally initially visible to the user to be replaced. So what is the capital, of Gujarat? That's what I would like to ask from the user. Let me give him some options. So for this options part, what we can do, we can again make use of this set text property. Now the idea of this text is text1. Okay, and let's replace it with Delhi. Copying this entire thing and placing it over here. Ghaziabad, Mumbai, and then we can put none of these. Fine. So these are the four options which I would like to get reflected over here. Besides that, okay, I'm replacing this one with Gandhinagar. Why? Because the right answer is this Gandhinagar, right? So we need to replace this first one with the correct option, because this green box is only for this first option. It is not available to us for all these remaining three options. If you want to code it's in the way that you can have the red as well as green boxes for all these items, for all these choices, definitely you can do that also. So it totally depends upon you how you code the app. But coding depends upon how you plan it, and planning depends upon how you have visualized the app. Okay. Now what we can do, once the question is changed, so now the user can again make the choices, again select from one of the four options. Now the only thing which we are left with is we need to define the code for this phone a friend button. So image 10, and we can first make use of this hide element property for hiding the image 10. And as soon as the user will hit this image 10, I would like a prompt box to appear where he can see the correct option. So from where can we get the block with which we can get that prompt box appear right on the top over here? So there is a code named prompt you can make use of, and then you can write down over here option A is correct. Okay, so that's how you can give an option to the user. That's how you can help the user in in this game. And we can put this code also here, and here also we can put this percentage code. Fine, I think we are done with defining all the things. Is there anything which we are left with? Let me just check it one more time. Okay, now the only thing that we are left with is how can we redirect the user on the second question. So what we can do, we can again define a separate code for that. Now once the user is done with selecting this first option, which is the right option, so he'll be able to see this green one named box. When the user will hit this green one named box, we can put this code over here, this set screen code, with which we can redirect the user on this question to screen. Yes. Let me now run the game on a bigger window and show it to you how actually you can play the game. So the way I have coded the question one screen, in the same way you can define the code for the other screen also. In the same way you can define the code for other screens also. Okay, let's hit this play button. If I'll hit this number, if I'll select this 50-50, what will happen? Okay, two options it has removed from here. If I'll go and select this public poll lifeline, that's what is going to happen. If I'll go ahead and select this, replace the question option, so it has replaced the question. Phone a friend. For this, we are able to see the correct option getting reflected right on the top over here. Okay, and let's select the correct option. Fine, and then we can move to the next question just by hitting this green box. So it has redirected us to the second question. That's how you can code this KBC app. So this is it from my side in this lecture. Hope you guys enjoyed this lecture a lot. Let me just check before ending this lecture whether you have any queries or not. So I'm checking the comment box right now. If you have any query, please do let me know about the same in the chat box. Nikhil, thank you very much for joining me in this lecture, Relaxing Light Music. How are you, dear? Hope you guys enjoyed this one a lot. Do not forget to like and share this video and make it reach the maximum students possible, so that they can also come and join this beautiful channel for learning coding free of cost. Okay, so I think everything is clear to every one of you. Thank you very much for joining me in this lecture. God bless you all and have a great day. Bye bye everyone.